Welcome to Reddit Talk, something I don't do too often that I feel I should do more often. Not for you, for me, because of every type of wrestling video that I make. These are my favorite. Not these. This is my favorite. I don't mind like doing like a one thing, like, oh, Hogan died, here's been the reaction, or Karrion Kross, his contract hasn't been renewed, and then just talking about that. Honestly, I prefer this because it's the same type of video. It's wrestling news, but I get to cover as many as I want from people that are discussing it already on Reddit. So it gives me something to talk about, and sometimes it brings something to light that I didn't know. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Priest was offered Namor, but Vince took it away. So it says here that he was offered a part of Namor in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Let's try that again. There are rumors that he was offered a role in Black Panther Wakanda Forever and was available for the shoot. However, he was forbidden from accepting it by Vince McMahon's regime. It got taken away from me. So there's some truth to that. We don't really know what role he was going to get. It hasn't been fully debunked if we want to argue it as to whether or not he was going to, get Namor, or if he was just going to get, for example, some type of Atlantean brute role. We don't know. At least I don't know. And I don't know him, not like I can call him. That sucks, because we've been pushing for quite a long time, going all the way back as far as Hulk Hogan being in movies, which weren't exactly the best thing, but it's very nice to see people transition from the world of professional wrestling into acting, because oftentimes that is what you're doing in wrestling. You're acting. He was pretending to be angry at R-Truth, pretending to hate all these people. Then the implosion of the Judgment Day with Finn Balor and getting screwed and as he's getting choked out by Gunther. I think he'd be fine as an actor. So yeah, that sucks. Next one. So this one, I add my little thing because it's too bright. This looks better, but then it screws up the video, which I can't show you anyways because then I'll get a copyright strike. Undertaker had only one ladder match in his whole career, and it was an absolute classic against Jeff Hardy. Does WWE still have the capacity to tell stories like this? And if so, which current wrestler deserves a similar push? It's very... I don't even have to think about it. Who I would want to see tell a compelling story, and in a ladder match, one-on-one, Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory. Book it! Triple H. That's who I think could do it. Why am I talking about this? Stephanie Velcro. With CM Punk. CM Punk has been known to sometimes take photos with fellow wrestling co-workers, sometimes younger female talent. And then people will try to spin it and make it something into something that it isn't. Big deal. Photo shoot with her, photo shoot with Cora Jade, I think it was, and a couple of other people. Get over it. Just get over it. That's really all I have to say about that. It's really not news, but it's fucking hilarious too. You want to cut that out and make that his profile picture, and I probably am gonna do that actually. Is Seth Rollins the biggest manipulator in WWE? This is how this touches into something I'll get into in a moment. So Nikki Bella says that Seth Rollins fooled her with his fake knee injury. He was at Evolution, right, the women's PLE, and she literally had an almost half-hour conversation with him about his knee. But that's the beauty of it. Someone, and I got thousands of likes, by the way, on social media, on Twitter. I tweeted that shit. I didn't X that shit on X, because that just sounds pornographic, and I'm not getting into that. Okay? This is Reddit. This ain't Pornhub. That's why I don't like the word X. It's just X. Yeah, I X'd on X. What? No. I tweeted on Twitter. I don't know. I like the blue bird. I miss the bird. Mind you, when you're on the other website, there's... Okay, we're just not going to get into that. The bird. So this here is really cool because it's simple. They're telling a story, whoever the wrestling promotion is. And what's really amazing is when the fans are also getting shocked and, oh, wow, and they're getting surprised. It's equally cool when the people that actually work for the company themselves, the superstars of the company, are also getting to be like, oh, shit. Like when John Cena turned heel. Nobody knew but like 3 people. Like that is amazing to be able to have like people, you know, backstage. It could be Seth Rollins, whoever. And like, oh shit, like they just had no idea. And to me, that's amazing. Now, some people will argue, well, this is different. This is an injury. Bitch, he didn't fake his death. Get over it. It's really not that big of a deal. But we made it a big deal. Yo ho ho, a pirate's life for me. Netflix for Raw, USA plus the Peacock, SmackDown, you know, the whole thing. It would cost you an estimated total of $600 for the cheapest option, almost $1,200 a year, I believe. WWE Network was simply $10 a month. Now, not to rub this in, but for about that same price for anywhere else in the world, because I'm in Canada, eh? Good thing it's not the 51st state. Oh shit! See, I could drop the jokes with that. I get to watch everything on Netflix for free. Well, I gotta pay for Netflix. It's funny how, or pathetic rather, how an American-based company is punishing the Americans with this bullshit, but the rest of the world gets the treatment the Americans should be getting, which is a simple, no hassle, no bullshit solution, one-time fee per month, and you can watch everything on one platform. I think this is just absolute shit. There's no way around it. John Cena does not need to face new talent in his last match. That's right. He doesn't need to put anybody over. He's retiring, and everyone's acting here, it says, like Cena has to lose to some new guy in his last match. But honestly, why? The dude spent the last 10 years losing. That's true, too. And making other people look good. Owen, Style, Reigns, Bray, even Solo Sikoa and some other people, even guys who didn't stay in the main event. He's done the pass the torch thing over and over. This is his final run. I'd rather see him face someone who feels on his level, not just the flavor of the month. His last match should be about the story in his career, not being used as a launching pad again. He's earned the right to go out however he wants, and that is part of the reason, believe it or not. A lot of people may not know this, but this is why Brock Lesnar came back. Because John Cena wants to dance with him again. That's why. Simple as that. And for all the AEW fans that are like, well, this is why I don't watch WWE. You got that predator, Brock Lesnar. I'm like, bitch, you got the sex pest, Don Callis. Okay? So go watch him. Yeah, that's right. I went heel there for a moment. So John Cena should face whoever he wants. It could be Roman Reigns. It could be Brock Lesnar. This is his last run. He's barely got like a couple of handfuls more appearances ever. And then it's over. It's a done deal. It's just a story about a guy that's probably sappy and silly. But since I was old enough to know what it was, doing commentary was a dream of mine. Some dream of being the people flipping around in the ring. I'm the weirdo who wants to sit at the desk and talk about it. Michael Cole and his style of commentary, especially these last couple of years with the freedom he's been granted, because that's true, he's been given more freedom. And the natural chemistry that he has, whether it's with Graves, McAfee, and Barrett, has been so enjoyable to listen to and makes me want to be him. I'm about to start my senior year of high school. God damn, for me, that was like over 2 decades ago, you young prick. I just wanted to talk about this quickly because, you see, there are people that aspire to want to do something else other than being the next Macho Man Randy Savage, the next whoever in wrestling, or the next referee, or the next ring announcer. Me, it's commentary. I love to talk. Can you tell? I wouldn't be doing this shit hours at a time for nickels if I didn't like it. I'm doing this for free. This is community service. Okay? This is volunteer work. I think it's great that sometimes people say, hey, you know what? That's what I want to do. I would want to be, like I said, a mix between Bobby the Brain Heenan and Jesse the Body Ventura. Oh, yeah. Anyone feel like WWE is not making any sense lately? Anyone feel like, you know, I mean, the entire John Cena heel angle was for nothing. The Rock bailed, which is why that happened, why the whole heel thing didn't work out. We don't know why The Rock bailed. That pisses me off. Like, that's a legit, like, I'm angry. Travis Scott was there for no reason at all, with no explanation at all. Well, the explanation is that he's a huge fan and he was difficult to work with and didn't show up for some of the training sessions or whatever. So they dropped his ass. Whereas unlike Jelly Roll actually showed, you know, grit, was serious about taking this seriously. They never explained why The Rock disappeared without a trace. That is true, and I fucking hate that. They gave the title back to Cody, so it's just as if WrestleMania was for nothing. It's as if the heel turn didn't mean a damn thing because John just cut a promo and boom, he's a face again. Even Ron Killing's angle, R-Truth, in case you didn't know, which I thought would be captivating, ended up the same. They just flipped him back. But like I explained in my SmackDown video, there is an actual interview with R-Truth explaining, this is why I'm as popular as I've ever been. This is the role that I can connect with the audience. They want to see me as world champ, blah, blah, blah. In so many words is what he said. But when he had the backstage interview really quick and he was talking to Byron Saxton and then Aleister Black came in and he was all like, yeah. And then Aleister Black came in, took a shot at Truth, boom, on a dime or a nickel, whatever. They dropped the same speed. Who chose it's on a dime? Anyways, he flipped it and he got serious. And I like the dynamic of, hey, when it's time to get serious, I'll get serious and you will take me seriously. It's kind of like The Rock. The Rock is one of the top wrestlers of all time, in my opinion, that can be absolutely hilarious and very serious as well. But yes, I still get what they're saying. There's a lot of flip-flopping. Why progress stories when they just revert them back to the way things were before Mania or whatever? And again, I think that a lot of that has to do with the falling out of Travis Scott, the disappearance of The Rock. We don't know what happened. And I'm being nice here. Don't even get me started on the ads and the ESPN deal. That's a convo for another time. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's one of those things where it is what it is. Now, this is special. This is a TikTok video. This is one of my favorite ring announcers of all time, Mike Rome. You found a safe spot to take a nap at NXT. Underneath the table. It's fucking Mike Rome, man. And there's like music playing, and then a few moments. Nia Jax is like in loving memory of Mike Rome. Oh, shit. I just love little things like that to be silly. I love stuff like that. What I really like is taking a look at that commentary table. I might even someday be able to tell what type of audio interface they're using because I use an audio interface. I don't use these headsets, as you can tell. These, I just put these in because I wanted to hear the storm. Booming right in my ears rather than having them blast out of my massive sound system, which is probably so loud. It's probably as loud as the goddamn PA speakers at a WWE live event. But my German Shepherd puppy, she's sleeping. We don't want her to wake up yet. I'm not ready for that right now. The land shark is going to be on the loose anytime, and she's only 3 months old. And she likes to, well, you can't really see it, but I got nip marks everywhere. It's going to be like that for a while, because that's how they communicate with their mouth, their teeth. And, goddamn, she bites hard. But she wags her tail. She's a very happy puppy. Anyways, that's a different story for another day. Oh, and it's Austin. Okay, it is. I almost said Austin Theory. So it's Mike Rome's official TikTok. He probably got somebody to record it for him, obviously. Or his drone. So yeah, see what happens if I do that. It makes the video all weird. This is a terrible. This is a terrible, another fake celebrity death hoax. Mike Rome isn't fucking dead, but whoever owns this account that made the video needs to be put in jail and get the death penalty. Satire? Calm down. Easy now. Anyways, I have nothing else to say. I had fun, and no, I'm not going to have a link down below in the description box. Well, maybe just to the subreddit of Reddit for WWE. And that's it. So as always, you know the drill. Thumbs up. If you like the video, it does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if not, this will be you. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass, and then while it's in there, that happens on top of you. I'm just saying. And if you want to subscribe, naturally, that'd be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.